Hello everyone, this is TubeMix's Will here, and welcome to this month's edition of my Doctor Who news and discussion show, TubeMix's WhoRound. And in today's episode, I'm going to be joined by Ben Moss. So before we take you to that chat, I realised I forgot to mention the dates of the specials, the 3 specials in aid of Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. So, Special 1 is The Star Beast, Special 2 is Wild Blue Yonder, and Special 3 is The Giggle, and Special 1 is on Saturday the 25th of November, Special 2 on Saturday the 2nd of December, and Special 3 Saturday the 9th of December, and they're all 60 minutes long, so they'll all be an hour long, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to them. And all that remains for me to say is, well, just before you enjoy the video, if you want to, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to the TubeMix's YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next one. And now, well, over to me. And as you can see, I'm not alone. I'm joined by Mr. Ben Moss. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, blimey, song and dance there a little bit.
Why not? It's the 60th anniversary month. Come on.
Well, yeah, that is true. And November is a big month, and not long to go will be, of course, the BBC's Children Need Appeal. And it's been announced there will be a Doctor Who one-off sketch featuring David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. So it's going to be very interesting whether... well, David Tennant isn't hosting Children Need, so it won't be like the Lenny Henry sketch that was done for Red Nose Day. So I presume it'll be in the vein of Born Again and Time Crash and stuff like that.
I can expect, yeah, I think that is absolutely what we can expect, to sort of hold us over a little mini-sode, as it were, leading us into the specials.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, there's another Doctor Who connection, because you may recall that Lenny Rush was casted for Series 14, and you may remember that last year's Children in Need... Put my teeth back in. Last year's Children in Need, there was a celebrity call centre sketch, which David Tennant was one of them, and Lenny Rush played the boss, boss in the Celebrities About. Well, he is joining the presenting team this year, so good luck to him, and that's it. He'll be the very first child presenter of Children in Need, so yeah, it's going to be
definitely be interesting. Definitely will be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, stepping into, well, particularly the late great and much missed Sir Terry Wogan. So yeah, it is going to be very interesting. So that's Friday the 17th of November. So yeah, put that in your diary. And also, I don't know if anyone saw the Doctor Who new trailer that came out to Disney Plus viewers, and it featured this surreal but beautiful animation with the TARDIS, and it was wonderful, wasn't it?
It is amazing. It was amazing, and although it is still surreal to actually see Doctor Who across the Disney banner, that is still quite something to get used to. But we're seeing it with basically the same trailer, but instead of BBC, it's BBC America, etc.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it just comes to show how far this show has come, and especially with the new relaunch that has recently been announced of Doctor Who being another sort of soft reboot. It seems quite fitting actually now, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does feel fitting. So, there's a couple of new shots. One particularly featuring Neil Patrick Harris marching up and down in sort of guards uniform, I suppose, yeah. So
with loads of petals around, making me think it might be a musical number.
I hope to God it isn't that. I'll be tearing my hair out if it is. But So I am praying that doesn't happen. So
Top tip: don't watch Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix.
I don't think I'll be going near that. It's safe to say. So anyway, and somebody thought they could spot Bonnie Langford as Melanie Bush because there's a figure. She's out of focus and she's in the distance. A ginger-haired figure. So yeah, could be Melanie Bush because given she's of course returning for Series 14 and in the Power of the Doctor cameo scene as well. So what do you think, in the 60th or not?
I'd quite like to see her in the 60th. I would quite like it would be quite fitting. 60 years, bring back a classic companion.
Yeah.
But that being said, if they're holding it more off for Shooty, I think personally, if she's not in the 60th, she really should be introduced in the festive special we have. Shooty's first.
Yes.
However, no, it would make absolute sense, and considering this would be going off the more Big Finish version of Melanie Bush, which if you've not checked out,
a more toned down on the screaming,
and actually a really good, competent technical analyst, which is what the character in the show was meant to be originally. She was meant to be a tech specialist.
Yes.
Didn't quite end up going that way in the show, but Big Finish have done a lot of work in bringing that about. So yeah, if you've definitely not heard, I suppose is more the better word. The Big Finish plays with Mel in recent years. I do recommend checking them out. She's checking those out before the special because Mel's awesome, and it would absolutely make sense that when all the world is falling apart, and considering she was there in Power of the Doctor when Kate said might want you all for some work, it would make absolute sense to call on a tech specialist.
Yeah, it would, absolutely. And also, if you're fans of the MCU, well, this is probably going to be brilliant news for you. Kate Herron and Bryony Redman, directors, they are joining Series 15 because if you remember, Series 15 has just started filming, which is pretty bizarre given that we've not even had Series 14 airing yet. But yeah, they're joining Series 15. So, as a fan of the MCU and Loki, what do you think of this news? What are they going to bring to the table, do you think?
I can only really speak to Kate Herron, who's directed Loki, because that's the only one of those two directors which I've seen. I've rewatched Loki the first season at least a dozen times, and she's going to bring a whole new level to sort of the more timey-wimey aspects.
Is there any specific techniques they use as a director? Because Graham Harper uses, certain lenses, doesn't he?
So her biggest thing is not just in how she shoots. She shoots very basically, but where she really works on stuff is clearly in the edit, where she can have like 4 plots and 4 stories running alongside each other that can smash and intercut into each other.
Yeah.
Which I can promise you would not be in a script because that's just cruel. That has to be a director's choice. What she's going to bring is this whole new level of, okay, instead of having this A plot and then we're going to slide into B plot, how about we run them together? And she's going to have this whole new thing by the time it's edited, which is going to be some of the most fast-paced, I think, episodes of Doctor Who that's ever been done.
Right, I think I've just about got what you're on about.
Yeah, it's very hard to explain without going into technical jargon. I studied film and television.
I'll tell you what, you can tell me off camera and then...
absolutely. But effectively, it's gonna be very short and snappy, and especially, I imagine, if the Weeping Angels make a return, you're going to want Kate Herron on that.
Right, okay.
Because people being in different timelines, she's perfect for that.
Right, okay.
And just to go off, by the way, what you were saying about it's weird, we've not even seen Series 14, 15's filming. Apparently Series 16 is already nearly halfway done on the writing. point of view,
no,
apparently.
because Shooty said the reason why they're filming Series 15 now is that Shooty wants to do theatre. So I think the plan is they might do spin-offs in that 2026 year.
It was a post by Russell T. He said he's already about halfway through writing his third series. And they're planning for a fourth. So yeah, no. And now whether that's with Shooty or not is yet to be seen, because the biggest rumor is obviously Shooty will only be doing 2 seasons. So
which is
we'll
not
see.
Surprising. He's already in demand. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, this is going to be the first time ever that a person playing the Doctor is in the height of his popularity.
Yeah.
And height of biggest work while on it.
Apart from, I can only think of 2 examples. Well, Peter Capaldi, being established, known for The Thick of It, and another Peter of the Davison variety, known for All Creatures Great and Small. So,
I'd say Peter Davison's probably the other one, the only one who could possibly match Shooty. Peter Capaldi, he was unknown, but his height was in his younger years. He got the Doctor when he was older, so I think. And although The Thick of It did very well,
that is true. But Malcolm Tucker, it was
a very good role for him. It was a very good role for him.
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, we look forward to that. Now, November the 1st, a couple of days ago, the Whoniverse launched, and it's there's so much. There's so much on there. There's the Sarah Jane Adventures, there's Torchwood, there's Classic Who, New Who, animations, Confidential. There's so much there.
And the brand new Tales from the TARDIS.
Oh yes, of course. Which I'm sure we'll be going into a later video. Fully reviewing it in depth, because
absolutely. However, I can give a very short review right now, which is they're awesome. Watch them.
Well, I tell you what, you don't get any more shorter than that.
There's your review. If you've not seen Tales from the TARDIS now, what are you doing? Go. We're recording. Come back and watch us later. Go now.
Yeah, well, I can't say that better than myself. If you were watching BBC 4 a couple of nights ago, it was a Doctor Who night. So one of the programmes, I don't know if you saw it, but it was Talking Doctor. So it was David Tennant. Oh, you watched it, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Now, I saw a couple of little bits of the behind the scenes of Tom Baker's regeneration in The Goblins, and it's so hard, trying to, keep your head absolutely still, because these were the days before computers, so to line up the shots in the sort of the vision mixing was pretty extraordinary and, absolutely wonderful, yeah.
Just like David Tennant said, the funniest thing that I liked from that scene was when David turned and went, "It's really not changed that much today," and I can promise you all, it really hasn't. It really hasn't changed much at all.
Yeah, well, in fact, there was a behind the scenes, and I don't know if you saw that, but released. It was the filming of David's portion of the regeneration from the Power of the Doctor, and you could see them lining up. Where Jodie was, and so to make sure David was in the right position. So there's a lot of work that really goes into to line up the shots. It's really, really tricky.
Yeah, especially considering the last thing that always happens in a regeneration is the face melding from one into the other. So if the head is not in exactly the same position, ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work, yeah. Although actually in this day and age you could do that in post production just a little bit.
It would still be pretty difficult.
Oh well, yeah. It'd be a hell of a lot of work, and
unless you just want to get Sylvester McCoy and put him in a wig.
Yeah, you need a lot of patience and sanity, and I don't think you and me could do that at all.
I've done a lot of post-production work. I do not have the sanity for that. No.
Yeah, there you go. There's your answer. So, Talking Doctor, the other thing was, it was on Radio 2 and BBC Sounds, and still is, but the TV version of the Doctor at 60 concert, presented by Joe Wiley, and it was the BBC National Orchestra of Wales, so it was the orchestra who plays all those scores. And you would have heard some music from the classic era, and some of Murray Gold's, both new music from this new era and some from his old era, and some of Shagan Akinola's stuff as well. So real mix of stuff, and plus Russell T Davies, Chris Chibnall and Stephen Moffat were all there as well.
And they revealed the theme tunes for both Ruby Sunday, the 15th Doctor, and the brand new theme tune, which will be for the 60th and possibly even Shooty series.
I know, brilliant. I mean, I feel jealous of Jo Wiley. I saw the clip, and you know, she's a big Doctor Who fan as well. And in fact, there was that great picture of her with Russell, Stephen and Chris. Yeah. And then Stephen, it's funny enough, he said that they'll probably crop us off. and they did. And they did. It was... he was absolutely...
Yeah, I laughed when I saw that.
Yeah. But, so I do recommend you check that concert out. I mean, I will be. And, also listening to the audio version of it as well. So there's lots of stuff to get into there, and of course we'll be reviewing Tales of the TARDIS, of course, which is going to be so great, and of course Ben will be with me to review the 60th specials, which I'm really looking forward to.
I can't wait to. It's been a long time coming, mate. I've been off the channel for a while, and it's nice to be back.
Yeah, absolutely, and great to have you here. And I think we've covered all bases. Yeah, I think we've covered all that we needed to. And, so the next episode of TubeMix's WhoRound will be in December, next month. And I think John Lee Earlham, a good friend of mine and mate of the channel, he's going to be joining me for a different perspective. He's not a Doctor Who fan, but he is a fan of Shooty Gatwa. So I decided to bring Jordan on because he'll hopefully be able to give a really unique, alternate perspective. So it's going to be really interesting, and I hope that you'll join me for that. And all that remains for me to say is thank you to Ben, and great to have you back. And if you want to, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye guys.
See you everyone.